Welcome back to Studio One Vintage Guitars, New Zealand's home of vintage guitars and now home of national guitars. My name is Nick Brightwell. We've got Josh Thomas behind the camera. We've got Ed Castello behind the sound. Welcome back. Happy New Year to everyone. 2024, here we are. It is summer in New Zealand. We are having some really hot days nowadays. It's been a beautiful time of the year. Everyone's back and relaxed. So we're going to introduce our new product line. We have brought on National Guitars. We are one of the main distributors of them in New Zealand, and we have 5 new steel bodies with us. Today we are looking at the traditional style O, 12 fret. This is the palm tree guitar. Beautiful palm tree on the back there. This is also could be nicknamed the Dire Straits guitar. Beautiful, beautiful instrument. It's a single cone, so we have one large cone here. You can, there's the other kind of style national that we have is the tricone, which is a triangle-like plate with 3 cones. The single cone was the second design in the development back in the 1920s. These instruments are really incredible and kind of a great example of what was happening in America as the world was modernizing. Essentially, these instruments were created to be loud because at the time, acoustic guitars, wooden guitars, weren't quite loud enough for the venues that they were playing. So these instruments were developed for an incredible amount of volume. So I'm just going to kind of play it. Now I'm going to pull it away. So they're quite loud. They kind of get to the point where you probably wouldn't want to play them full bore, otherwise your ears might start bleeding. So they're traditionally a slide guitar, or that's how a lot of people kind of are aware of them. Blues musicians use these a lot. But really, as a guitar, they offer a lot of possibilities. They're great percussive instruments. Like you can get a real... You can, the cone or speaker kind of acts like a drum. As the guitar's kind of, the idea of the guitar is it's kind of like a drum head in a way. This speaker can really create a lot of different sounds. So let's just do some finger picking. I love these guitars for finger picking. It's very easy, especially without thumb picks or finger picks. Let's do a bit of Leo. Now I'll go into drop D. Having the single cone. Having the single cone really, you're dealing with just one medium, and so it responds really well to low notes, and I'll show you probably the most coolest thing about a single cone shortly after this. So drop D. All right, so the special thing about these instruments is stringed instruments have an interesting kind of have an interesting capability which is called sympathetic vibration. So the idea is that if you play an E, that E note makes the other E note ring. It also makes the G potentially ring. It can also make the A ring. The idea is that the E tone is within these other notes. If I hit the high E, you can hear the sustain. Now, if you try and do that on your acoustic steel string guitar, a very good one, all of those notes will ring out. I find it particularly hard on most guitars to get the D sharp to ring out, but it does on this. So what I say to people if they're on the journey of kind of experimenting with guitars and getting an idea of how a guitar responds, a resonator instrument gives you a pure response because there's no, because it's a mechanical instrument and we're just dealing with metal here, the metal responds the same way with every note. So when we talk about a full and balanced tone that comes out of, say, an acoustic, a wooden acoustic guitar, we're talking about this full as in every single note resonates the same level as the other one, as another one. And this instrument kind of just provides you the ability to have every single note respond in the way that you want an acoustic guitar to respond. So I say to students and people that are looking to kind of understand more about guitar, play a resonator and really pay attention to how the strings respond and just how even everything is. So we'll just do a little bit more of that beautiful I'm playing an E major right now. Now we'll go to what these things are really built for. Now I think, personally, I think that the single cone is better for open D slide tuning. The idea is that the tricone has a better response on the A string because the smaller cones mean a tighter kind of bass response. Actually, when they developed these, the single cone was developed second, and the patent holder said the single cone is not as efficient as the tricone. The tricone is the whole shooting box, the full shooting match. Yeah. A little bit of Fred McDowell, and before that was a little bit of Amazing Grace, and that's kind of my take on the song. So it sounds great in open D standard. We'll just go to open G now. This is my song called Tuning. This is my funny joke book. A little bit of Sun House, a little Death Letter Blues. Okay, so a national stylo, the palm tree guitar, a little harkening back to Hawaii. We'll leave it there, guys. We've got 4 more nationals to show you. Very excited to have these on board. Come down to the store and see them. I hope you've enjoyed this content. Very big thanks to Josh and Ed behind the scenes here. Great to be back. Wonderful time, guys. Good to see you again. Welcome. Happy New Year. Cheers.